Good morning, Unity of Nashville. How is everybody this morning? You know, one day it's 28 degrees and the next day it's 65 degrees, right? Wow. So we have quite a Sunday service prepared for you today. And I want to tell you that we also have a dear friend of mine and Judy's, who actually told me that he had performed here before, but it's been 20 years. I said it's been way too long. He will be performing in a few moments. His name is James Nehan. Some of you may know him. He's an award-winning songwriter, an author, an artist, and a therapist. In fact, I think he saw about 30-something clients yesterday, and he's still here to play for us today. And one of the things that you will notice about him, because a quote that I read about him, is that it's a poet's voice painting in sound and image a portrait of where love lives. And I believe you will see that and hear that when he performs. So let's give a round of applause for James Nehan, and he will be up here in just a few minutes for us. And I believe Lisha is going to open us with a prayer treatment.
Good morning, Unity of Nashville. Good morning, sir. Thank you for being here. So right now, what I'd like you to do is do something a little different. Breathe out and release anything you came in with that you don't want anymore. It's over. And so we're going to close our eyes and breathe out and then breathe in. So breathe out, release. And then breathe in and take in the love of God that is the life force. That is our breath. And continuing in this consciousness, we know that in this very room, love is. It's everywhere. We can feel it inside of our heart now and inside of each person sitting next to us. And I'm going to speak this entire treatment in first person. Please take it in for yourself. As I relax into my body, into the full presence, feeling the seat I sit upon and the floor my feet rest upon, I drop into my heart. And the friendliness of the music softens any rough edges I may have been carrying, allowing expansion with this beautiful vessel that I live, my body. Clean space for belonging and gladness to fill it with love. As I merge into this field of friendliness with deep gratitude, both within and without, for all that is. I reflect upon my desire for greater understanding of the divine and the interconnection of all beings. I have come here to learn today. I wonder what has blocked me from a comfortable relationship with God. And I become willing to recognize perhaps it's my own thoughts, my own limitations, and my lack of commitment to embrace, truly embrace the vastness of divine love. Perhaps it is that I came here today to learn what is my part in such connection. And I allow myself to become one in heart and one in mind with this desire to learn. And I find that God is always beckoning me through simplicity to know its presence in me and in all of life. I remember the little things I thought did not hold such truth or much power for transformation, such as how my eyes can behold the amazing beauty of nature. My ears can hear the belly laugh of a little one tickled with delight. My hands can offer creativity with kindness and friendliness as I handshake another person that I have not yet met before. My feet can walk a new path because I am blessed with choice. My life can change in ways good in a flash through synchronicities I never fully appreciated until now. And nor could I have created those synchronicities, but something did. And in these simple but powerful moments, I realize God, the power of love. It does live within me, and it lives as me and in all of life. And this ripple of recognition sparks and blossoms my newfound sense of humility and gratitude. I realize I am not the center of my life, but that God is. And all life breathes together as its presence. Each creation in its uniqueness is God expressing through that unique being. And I recognize a shift within me has happened that no words can speak, but it can be deeply felt. I let myself feel it. I'm ready, I'm willing to embrace and embody today's message my heart yearns to express, and my mind will surrender to. As the truth of my being and into law, I now release this desire. I let it be fulfilled. And so it is. Amen.
Good morning. Let me just turn this page. I saw an eagle rising up from the piney river in a flash of white-tailed feathers and a splash of blue. It wasn't so surprising when I felt a shiver. In that moment there together, we both flew. I am one with the eagle and the sky, with the river running by, with Mother Earth and Father Son. I am one. There's a river dammed and dying, a forest turned asunder, a hole that we have driven through the deep blue sky, and I hear the mother sighing with the weight that she's under after all she has given you and I am one with the eagle and the sky, with the river rolling by, with Mother Earth and Father Son. I am one. I can close my eyes and fear it, this world of separation, or be someone who faces the world courageously. I am a kindred spirit, a brother to all nations, and all the human race is part of me. I am one, eagle and the sky, with the river rolling by, with Mother Earth and Father Son. I am one with the eagle and the sky, with the river rolling by, with Mother Earth and Father Son, with everything and everyone. I am one.
I did not want that song to end. Yes, yes, it was beautiful. So hello, Unity, it is your announcements time. I am Tanya Miller-Heyer, your ministerial intern. And before you go to the next slide, Haley, we did a healing arts fair yesterday. Who was here? Who was here? Yes, now clap, now clap. Yes, so your bulletin, you got a bulletin, and you probably got a survey. And we'd really appreciate you filling out that survey and dropping it into the collection plate or the collection bowl or basket. Okay, so please do that because this was a spectacular event and we want to do it again. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so now Haley, you can start to move to the next slide. So our Thanksgiving bounty is next Sunday. We're going to have an amazing meal, and it's going to be beautiful. To our men's support group and the Women of Unity for sponsoring that. If you have any specific dietary needs, vegan or such that, please bring your own food. Okay. Yeah, that's important. We want you to eat. We do. We just might need you to bring it. Okay, so next slide, Haley. Right. We have our contemplative service every Sunday at 10 a.m. And this is to bring in a fuller state of beingness, right? And one of the phrases that they shared today was swimming in the currents of love, peace, and joy, letting go of whatever is outside to allow a transmission of flow and ease in our lives. Wow, that sounds awesome. So come to contemplative service so you can experience all of that. Our men's support group on Monday nights at 6:30 in the South Classroom. They're still working with Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It is facilitated by Jeff Fasano. Our midweek Zoom at noon with the chaplains on Wednesday. Yes, you should do that. That link is on the front page of our website. Just check in. Noon Zoom on Wednesdays with the chaplains. Friday meditation. We are working on gratitude. That is our theme today as well. Meditation room at 10 a.m. on Fridays with Reverend Denise. It's really fun. I know meditation is like something you kind of like chill out to, but this is fun chill out to. Okay, volunteers needed. We have another volunteer opportunity. Yeah, if you need to sing, we've got a place for you, right? Do you like to sing while you're doing your laundry or washing the dishes or just hanging out? Come sing with us. Sing with us. It's a lot of fun. We have a 2-year veteran. I don't want to give away your age. So we have an amazing veteran marching band and choir teacher right here before us. And, you know, you just couldn't get more expertise on how to learn to sing. And this is an amazing time. So please do that. We practice after the service, and so do that. And I did mess that up, didn't I? That's okay. Volunteers needed. Decorating the church, right? I was just so excited about choir. Decorating the church, December 6th between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's going to be really fun. It's always great to just dress this whole beautiful place. And then you also will be volunteering for the January 3rd removal of all those amazing decorations, right? So lunch is provided at both. Plan on being here for that. Then our Christmas memory. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful service at 5:30 on December 7th. That's a Saturday evening. Jump in. This is going to be really cute and fun. Sunday. What is it, Sam? Okay, thank you. All right, then Christmas Eve, candlelight service. Yes, December 24th at 5:30. Put that on your calendar. We're doing it. Then we have a burning bowl on December 31st. That is also on your calendar. We're doing it. These are all the Unity rituals, and Reverend Denise is awesome at this. So you guys need to come and do that. Now we have the big reveal. Yes, that's right. The big reveal, and I'm going to call up Brenda and Frank, yes? And they're going to give a really nice gift to somebody very, very special today. So Courtney, Aaron, Blaze, thank you.
We would not be able to do this. Can you hear me? We wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for your generous support. And we have a check today for Second Harvest Food Bank for $25,000. Give yourselves a big hand.
So I've had the pleasure of being involved with Second Harvest, and they're just an outstanding group. And Nancy Keel, her boss, Courtney Blaze is the Director of Community Engagement, and they do a fabulous job. And we all, it literally took about 1 second with all that's going on with the SNAP benefits to decide that this is where we wanted to give not just 1 month, but 3 months of tithing. So Courtney, would you like to say a little bit?
Well, first of all, thank you. This is an incredible gift. $25,000 will provide 100,000 meals to people. To people in Middle and West Tennessee who are facing hunger. Second Harvest, if you're not as familiar as Frank is like part of the family at the food bank. But Second Harvest serves 46 counties in Middle and West Tennessee, and in our service area, about 400,000 people are struggling with hunger every day. Right now with SNAP, so the government signed a continuing resolution, and so things should be moving back again, but folks are still struggling. They're facing several weeks without any assistance and are now further in the hole than they were. This time over last year, we've already seen about a 10% increase in hunger. And so what this gift will be able to do is to provide, and the gift of money is so wonderful. I'm a food drive girl by nature. That's how I started at the food bank. And so I love to see those cans piling up and, that's sort of, but the gift of this $25,000 from you all actually makes everything possible for the food bank. We're able to purchase food that we need. We're able to put trucks on the road and get food to far-flung counties that are several hours away. Our service area is just at 20,000 square miles. So we have a lot of people to serve and a lot of area to go to, and gifts like this make all of that possible. What I would like to leave you with is just the thought that this decision by your church, by the committee that made this possible, it is a yes. There were many, many yeses that had to happen in order for this gift to come. And your yes will allow us to say yes also. So thank you so much for that. And on behalf of folks that you'll likely never meet, that we may never see face to face, you're putting food on people's tables when they need it the most. And that's a gift that you can't really quantify even. So thank you all so much. And I hope that you'll come volunteer with us. I hope that you'll invite us to your fun events. But thank you so much for giving to the food bank at this time.
So in that spirit of gratitude, that's what our talk is about today, is the secret sauce of gratitude and that good feeling that you all are having right now. That's where we are in prayer, and this can be so meaningful and enlightening for us in this moment. So I just want to do a little statement of being for our meet and greet. And I don't know if you've heard this one before, but my good is my God and my God is my good. Do you know that one? Yeah? So I'm going to say it. I'm going to say my good is my God, and you guys are going to say what? And if my God is my good, what is yours? A woodchuck could chuck wood, right? That's right. So today, God is so good. God is so good. So I want you to tell your neighbor right now, just get up and tell him, my God is my good. And I'm so good. God is so good. I'm just going to say it. God is so good, right? What are you waiting for? Just get up and share it. God is good right now.
spotted fawn, the crescent moon above the sea. When fledglings fly and touch the sky, they fly right through the heart of me. The mountain stream, the desert dream, nature's palette in the spring, when dolphins play out on the bay, my smiling lips just have to sing. But notes can never quite express, and words will struggle to explain the countless ways that I am blessed. Each and every day, this world just takes my breath away. The Taj Mahal, Niagara Falls, all the wonders of the world, the galaxies, sequoia trees, the grain of sand that's now a pearl. And then there's you, and all you do to turn my head and catch my eye. You have my heart, you have my back, you have my ear with just a sigh. Notes can never quite express and words will struggle to explain the countless ways that I am blessed. Each and every day, this world just takes my breath away. You just take my breath away. This world just takes my breath away. Thank you.
Good morning. That song was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow. I'm Elaine Benson, and this morning I'm going to do a sacred reading. and it was written by Reverend Denise. So I would like to do something just a little different, if you will just bear with me. And if you don't feel comfortable, that's fine, but if you will, just allow your eyes to close. And then take a deep inhalation and slowly exhale, letting all of your attention slide down into your heart. And let it rest there. So as I read, try and let the reading go right into your heart, because that's where your attention is right now. Many have tried to define a blessed life, and the older I get, the more I believe gratitude is at the heart of those blessings. G.K. Charlton once said, "I would maintain that gratitude is the highest form of thought." So today, we focus on intentional gratitude because some of us have the tendency to let our daily treasures go by without noticing them. Being grateful for things like running water, warm homes, and a pillow to lay our heads on creates spaces for us to be more mindful of our many blessings. An intention to be grateful seems to build a reservoir of the collection of good energy inside each of us. At its core, gratitude is about connection. Connecting with a gift, a feeling, or an experience. Gratitude also creates fellowship and love and keeps us from taking each other for granted. In fact, expressing gratitude to another can be just like giving them a gift. Gratitude is the secret sauce that binds everyone and everything together, creating a delicious state of mind. In that way, intentional gratitude is a gift from the heart and to the heart of another. So as we prepare for a time in the silence, think about, what are you grateful for?
So join me in singing our November gratitude song. So just focus on your breath again for a moment. And the way it flows freely through you. It's the breath of God that breathed life into you in the very beginning moment of your existence here on this planet. breath is still flowing through you every day. And so today we are thankful for that breath, that powerful tool that we use to live and move and have our very being on this earth. As the Christed experience that we are offering everyone that we meet. That same breath creates a space of healing within our bodies. Creates a space for growth within our minds. And creates a space of grace for our spirits. And so in this moment of silence, just surrender to that breath in the silence. We thank you, living, loving Spirit, for this moment of time, for this time to be in the silence together, for this time to remember that it is because of the breath that we breathe, the love that we are living and moving and being in this world.
Thankful
So today we're talking about gratitude being the secret sauce of our life. So how many of you remember going to Grandma's house and knowing that there was going to be something there that was just delicious? And how many of you remember not necessarily having all of the information about how she made those things? I do. Because my grandmother would say, if I give you my recipe, I might have to kill you. Because it's my recipe. Can you hear it? You can't hear me? I can hear myself, so. It's on. So, I have no idea. You want me to talk in the one on here? You want me to talk in this one? I'll do that. So, I actually think about that sometimes when I'm out at restaurants. You ever wondered what Michael King's secret ingredient is for chicken? Suzanne, you might know. The rest of us don't. But what if, see, this is not wanting to work either. La, la, there we go. What if gratitude is our personal secret ingredient for our life? And just think about that. What would that mean to you if gratitude was your secret ingredient? Because to me, gratitude is the secret sauce for creating joy in your life. Think about a time that you have been really grateful for someone and you have let them know that. Does that not create joy for you and that person? What about when someone comes up and gives you a thank you or a big hug or something for something that you have done? Does that not give you joy in your life? So many of you went through the keys to the kingdom. And gratitude was one of the last processes we went through. You remember that? And actually, in the keys to the kingdom, David Owen Ritz says you always attract what you focus on. The daily practice of gratitude focuses your creative energy on the good in your life, thereby multiplying it. The daily practice of gratitude, not just casually being thankful, but having a daily practice of gratitude can multiply the good in your life. Do you think if we realize that, we might spend a little bit more time each day being grateful for things like what Elaine was reading? You realize we have running water. You realize there are people that don't. You realize we have warm houses and cooled houses, and there are people that don't. You realize we have pillows to lay our head on, and there are people that don't. Wow. We are so blessed, those of us that are sitting here today. But do we really realize it? Which one of these lanes do you find yourself in? And sometimes I found myself in the one I don't want to be in. Anybody else? Have you realized that when someone begins complaining, then a whole bunch of people join them quickly? You ever notice that? Wonder what that's about. Wonder what it's about that we would all rush to complain with them. Isn't that interesting? Think about what that energy is. So I urge you today to think about that as you go through your day, and what if you were the person who shifted that energy? Now again, somebody sucked all the air out of the room. Like, I have to have that responsibility to shift the energy? What if I agree with them? Then what? You still can shift the energy, which is what today's talk is about, to intentional gratitude. Now, this is something I tried to teach my boys when they were growing up. I must have done a good job on some level, because at McGavock High School I was always told your boys are the most kind and the most wonderful boys, and I'm like, well, they don't show up that way at home all the time. But I tell them, at home you can be you, but I better not have to go to school and have to deal with something. So please be good there. But one of the things they wanted to do when they were little is just run up and say thank you and run off. You know what I mean? Somebody gives you a birthday present, run up and say thank you and run off. I'm like, not so much. You know, thank you is more than just saying thank you. It's showing thanks to someone. And how do we do that? Well, one of the things I said to my boys is that thanks is a superpower. Thanks is your superpower. And so when my mother's name, they called her Meemaw. My father's name, they called him Goo Guy, because when Logan was little, he couldn't say Grandpa, and Goo Guy is what came out. And so that's what we still called my dad before he left this planet. But I said, what are other ways that you can show your gratitude to Meemaw and Goo Guy? And they would say, well, when dinner's over with, we could put our plates in the sink. I was like, well, you could do that at home too, but yes. And what else can you do to show your gratitude to someone? So talk with somebody close to you about gratitude as your superpower and where you have found that to be true. So pull yourself back together for a moment. Some of you sitting here may be aware of Charles Fillmore's 2 dictionaries that he wrote. One of them is called The Revealing Word, and he took lots of different words that you would hear in a church setting, so to speak, or in a spiritual setting, and he made a definition coming from Hebrew or Greek or some of those kinds of words, and then translated them in a spiritual way, metaphysically, for unity. And so, of course, I checked the Revealing Word to see what Charles said about gratitude, and he said that it is a great mind magnet. That's the first thing I want you to hear. That it's a mind magnet, that if you are focused on gratitude, you're drawing more gratitude towards you because your mind is focused on gratitude instead of, what was that other word out there, remember? Complaints, yes. It's a great mind magnet, and when it is expressed from the spiritual standpoint, this is even deeper, it is powerful. How do you express gratitude from a spiritual standpoint? That's your next question to talk to somebody about. Go for a minute. So let's pull back together again. If you remember last week, I talked about Jesus, the master teacher. And when there was a situation that appeared in front of him that he was wanting to shift, he looked up. At least that's what it says in the scriptures. I think he created a different perspective. Now, I see Jeff Fasano sitting out here, and he's a photographer, so he knows all about this, I'm sure. But when a photographer can't change the scene out here in the middle of everything, like you think about photographers, sometimes they set people up to look a certain way, but then they're taking candid shots. Have you ever wondered what they had to do? They had to shift their perspective of what the picture is that they're taking. You're doing the same thing in your mind when you are offering gratitude before something shifts. I'm going to say that again because some of you are looking at me like a puppy dog. Like, okay, give it to me again, rub my ears, and I'll get it, right? When you see something in the world that you go, if there is a way that you can put some gratitude around that, even for spiritual things that are inside of you, saying, I can look at this from a different perspective. I can look at this from a higher place. You shift first for the gratitude of being able to look at things differently, and then you know what the magic is? Some of you have experienced this. That out there begins to shift too. I'm going to say that again because some of you are still looking at me with those puppy dog eyes. When you see something out there in the world that you go, and you would have lined up in the complaint line, right? You would have lined right up there and grabbed a bunch of your friends, 25 of your friends to line up there with you. We're all going to complain together. Be the person who looks up. Be the person who's able to go, I'm willing to look at this from a higher perspective and from the spiritual essence of myself. and see something new. So what would it look like if you could have a new perspective? Well, I'm going to tell you about something, and then I'm going to show you, read to you something. I don't know if you realize, I've talked about Myrtle Fillmore a lot in here over the last 18 months that I've been here. Can you believe I've been here 18 months? Lord mercy. Yay. Myrtle healed herself through gratitude. I'm going to say that again. Myrtle Fillmore healed herself through gratitude, and it was her gratitude experiment that made unity happen. Charles, yes, was the cerebral portion of that relationship. Charles wrote many more books than Myrtle did. Myrtle created Silent Unity. But the reason all of this happened was because Myrtle healed herself through an experiment that she was determined to see the end to. Myrtle wasn't even willing to look up above what was going on in the world or within her life and go, okay, I'll try this once, for the next 5 minutes. And then if nothing shifts, then I won't try it again. That's the way lots of us do. I know because I've been those people. I've been that person who said, I'm not going to stand in the complaint line today. I'm going to be grateful for this experiment that I'm doing right here, and I'm going to look above what's going on. And then 10 minutes later, I go, I'm still going to get in the complaint line. I want you just to take this in as I read it to you. Myrtle, of course, had tuberculosis. The doctors gave her abysmal information. You're going to die. You're going to leave your husband and your 3 sons, and you're not going to be around anymore. And she was like, I'm not taking that as my answer. So I want you to hear this because this is from her. I told the life in my liver that it was not inert or torpid, but full of vigor and energy. I told the life in my stomach that it was not weak or inefficient, but energetic, strong, and intelligent. I told the life in my abdomen that it was no longer infested with ignorant ideas of disease, but that it was all alive with the sweet, pure, wholesome energy of God. I told my limbs that they are active and strong. I told my eyes that they did not see of themselves, but that they expressed the sight of spirit, and that they were drawing on an unlimited source. I told them that they were young eyes, clear eyes, bright eyes, because the light of God shone through them. I told my heart that the pure love of Jesus, the master teacher, flowed in and through its beatings, and that all the world felt its joyous pulsation. I went to all the life centers in my body and spoke words of truth to them, words of strength, and words of power. And do you know what happened? She was healed. And the doctors were like, we don't know what happened. But there is no tuberculosis in your body at all. And then she said people started knocking on her door every day going, we want to know what you did. We want to know what you did because you're healed. And so she started Silent Unity in her living room. And people just started coming. And I want you to hear again, Silent Unity. That's why every Sunday morning we spend almost 5 minutes in the silence together. That's where the magic happens. The magic does not happen with me up here talking. The magic doesn't happen in the prayer or the sacred reading or any of those other wordy things. The magic happens in the silence. Because We are all seeds of light. And James is going to sing this song in just a moment. It's one of my favorites that he ever wrote. And I just want you to hear these words before he comes up to share them with you. We are seeds of light, children of the sun. We are born to shine, angels, every one. That's all of us. We are seeds of light sown with love, pieces of the dream God was dreaming of. Namaste.
Thank you. That song came through when I was on a farm in Bonacqua, and not in gratitude. And I hadn't written a song in 3 years, had vowed never to do it again. And I sat out one day with my guitar, facing the field, my dog Iris at my feet, and I sort of went away for about 2 hours. And when I focused again, the song was written. And I picked up the guitar and I knew how it went. And as I played it, Iris wagged her tail and 3 fawns came out of the field from the tall grass and stood in front of me and a dog and listened to the entire song. And when I finished, they slowly turned around and disappeared like the baseball players in Field of Dreams. And I thought, I think this is a good one. So it's used for birthings, weddings, and celebrations of life. Can you hear the guitar? Once there was a spark, a little seed of light, drifting through the dark. Just wanting to be bright, it gently fell to earth. And joyfully it grew. Emerging in its birth, as the miracle of you. And we are seeds of light, children of the sun. We are born to shine, angels everyone. We are seeds of light, sown with love, pieces of the dream God was dreaming of. When tears and fears arise, when rain and shadows fall, don't you close your eyes. can love it all. Life was meant to live. Embrace it from the start. Remembering to give. That spark inside your heart. We are seeds of light, children of the sun. We are born to shine, angels everyone. We are seeds of light, sown with love. Pieces of the dream God was dreaming of. Wherever you should go, whatever you become, may you always know where you started from, and may you never learn to hide the light you are. One day you'll return to heaven as a star. We are seeds of light, children of the sun, and we are born to shine, angels everyone. We are seeds of light, sown with love. Pieces of the dream God was dreaming of. We are God's design. We are born to shine. We are seeds of light.
Ooh, I think you got that, didn't you? Isn't that a beautiful song? Give him another round of applause. That was just gorgeous. And so now it is time to give back to this wonderful place and our tithes and offerings. And I am so glad that you all got to see where the board ties some of what monies come in to other organizations. And I think it's wonderful that you're beginning to see how this all works. So we're going to say our offering blessing, which is our gratitude practice. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and so it is. And we're going to sing our gratitude song as the ushers take up the offering. stars above. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. You are with me, come what may. And in gratitude, I give to you the best of me today. The best of me today. So we open our hands and our hearts and we bless these tithes and offerings. We know that they have been given from that space of love and that they have moved into this ministry as a gift of love, and this ministry, it will flow through this ministry back out into the world as gifts of love, raising the vibration of this planet. We know that as we give, so shall we receive, and those gifts shall be heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, for that's the law, and so it is. And so if you will join me in standing and singing the peace song and praying out.